But to revisit something as traumatic as abuse can be frightening up front, but it's certainly worth the healing that's going to come out on the other end.
Well, hey folks, happy Thursday to you. How's everybody doing? It's Rachel here, and I just wanted to take a moment to check in with you all, see how you're doing this week. I have had a pretty good week so far. Things are going along. It's been pretty cold and dreary and rainy here in San Francisco, but all in all, not much to complain about. But there are times in our lives where we have things to complain about, right? Or when we feel angry or we feel frustrated. It might be at ourselves. It might be because of something that somebody else has done or said. So I wanted to talk with you all a little bit here today about anger. And I'll also be online throughout the day to review your posts and questions and comments. So feel free to comment questions here on this thread or submit your post and I'll get to those today. But yeah, I want to just talk a little bit about how I work with anger. So it's changed quite a lot over the years. There was a time in my life when anger was very much a problem. I would really go into severe rages, really, and I would harm myself or I would harm other people. And it just was not a pretty sight, folks. So if you're in that place in your journey and there's just a lot of anger being expressed, then, first of all, know that it's really normal. And the main thing that we want to do is find healthy ways to work with anger, because anger is not a bad emotion. Sometimes it gets a really bad rap, but actually it's a good, healthy emotion, one that we need in our lives and be able to work with it. So I'm going to give you, there's lots that I could say about this, but for the purposes of this little video today, I'm just going to give you one little thing that I do. Anger, to my mind, always begins to grow and build up and take up space when it's not expressed. So the more we try to suppress it or hold it back or resist it, the more room it takes up. Okay, so one of the things that I do is I pay attention throughout my day as things are happening. What's my feeling about that? How am I responding? How's it going for me? And if there is something that I am really like frustrated by or disappointed by or just think is like really wrong and I hate it or whatever the case may be, writing for me is often one of the easiest ways for me to quickly express that emotion, release it and move it out of my system. So you all know I love little resources. So this is my little book that I use. Seriously, if you have nothing nice to say, write it in here. And I do. So, one of the things I've learned along the way is really giving myself permission to feel whatever I'm feeling. And I've got to find healthy ways to express that, right? I don't want to hurt myself. I don't want to hurt other people, but I also don't want to suppress or push away those feelings. And so, when something comes up, like, man, I'm really pissed off that you forgot to pick up the milk at the store. It can be from things like that to I'm really pissed off about things that are happening in the world right now and ways that women are being treated or how, things are going down in the world. So I write about that. I express that and get that out. If something happens between myself and a client, I'm human, right? So if there's something that comes up and I'm like frustrated by how something went, I just write about that. So there's no need to hold these things in. And the more we can become friends with anger and actually treat it as a healthy, normal, emotional feeling response, then, the better off we're going to be. So I'd love to hear from you all today as well. What kinds of things do you do that help you release anger? And let's get some ideas going that we can all draw on and use. Okay, so if you have some thoughts on that today, let me know. You can also answer the question very specifically, as Karen has done. What makes me angry is not getting the SSDI for disability. Yeah, Karen, I feel you on that, right? When we are trying to move forward and get our needs met and we hit roadblocks or obstacles. So sometimes just naming the thing and really try on saying, I am angry that. Okay. So as opposed to like, this makes me angry, or I'm feeling, or just naming the thing, really preface it with the I am angry, to get into that habit of naming the emotion, naming it, and validating it. Okay. So have a good rest of your day, folks, and check in with me here. And I look forward to connecting with you all today. All right. See you later.